Welcome back to another edition of Fly Tying with Jim Misiura. Today I'm going to tie a budding SOS. The hook that I have in the vise, this is a Hemingway hook. It's a shrimp pupa hook. It is the number H122. And these hooks are actually very slightly offset. It helps with that, giving that hook set, so the shank doesn't quite get in the way. The bead that I have in there is a tungsten bead, and this comes from Frosty Fly. It is a 3mm black. And the thread I'm going to use is, oh, that's upside down. This is Hemingway 3/0, and this is black green, but it's very dark. It's going to look black when it's in the water. I'm going to start that thread behind the bead, and I'm going to secure the thread, and then I'm going to take my rib, and my rib is going to be a extra fine stainless steel wire. I'm going to tie that in, start the tie in right there, and then as I'm going back, I'm going to hold the wire at the 45 degrees so I can get touching turns. We're going to take this back around the bend slightly, and I'm going to come up. I got a burr inside my bobbin tube here. I'm just going to take my lighter and I'm going to get rid of that. There we go. I'm going to come back and I'm going to put the tail on. And for the tail, I'm going to use a black hackle. I'm going to take about 3/8 of an inch of this hackle. Just pull it the 90-degree, grab it, and pull them all off at once, and you'll have a nice evened out tail. This tail is going to be about half the length of the body or so. Then we're going to secure that. Then we're going to secure that whole thing. No sense in cutting if you don't have to. Going to build up a little bit more from the halfway mark forward. Just a bit. It's a little skinny up there. You don't have to worry too much where the thorax is going to be. Okay, now we're going to take our thread and we can counter wrap this. I'm going to go around underneath the tail one time, and I'm going to counter wrap it, meaning the opposite direction we wrap the thread. And we're going to palmer that up, put some nice segmentations in there. Go ahead and give this 5 or 6 wraps, then you can break off the wire. Then we're going to come back to where the thorax is going to start, and we're going to put in our wing buds, and for that we're going to use Goose Biot. We're going to use white Goose Biot. You could put cream on there. You can use a gray color even. But we're going to put them in. And we want them to go to just about where the tail is going to start. Where the tail starts. And we're going to fold them over or cross them for an X pattern. Take the second one, we're going to put that on, Give that a few securing wraps. And there we have our X pattern. Now I'm going to go ahead and wind that right to the bead. And then I'm going to come back a couple of wraps on them. And you can break that off. Same with the other one. And then break that off. Now I'm going to put some of the thorax on, and I'm going to use my Krystal dub, Black Rabbit Krystal dub. And I have to make more of this. We're going to wrap this kind of almost right in the same spot. You can almost end up at the bead anyway. Now I'm going to use black Krystal flash, and I cut a little slot on the bottom there, and I'm only going to pull out, I used my whip finish tool, and I'm only going to pull out like 3 of them. It is a very good way, there's 4 actually. This is a very good way to keep control of your Krystal flash. You pull it out of the bag and it springs and it gets all tangled up and stuff. We're going to take these 4, 3 or 4 is what I normally use. Going to tie these on. And I'm going to, I want them to kind of come back a little bit. There we go. And we want them on the sides. Now we can take our Krystal dub. These are the legs. And I'm going to grab all 8 of them. And I'm going to cut them all at the same time. Now for these legs, I'm going to cut them about halfway into the wing bud. Oh, and I missed a couple. And 2 more on that side. And we still want to keep them more or less to the side. When I pulled them, they kind of came to the top. Which means they were a little bit loose. Now I'm going to take one more little amount of my Black Rabbit Krystal dub. And we're going to finish this off. Take my whip finish with the last piece. Once, twice, 3 times. Tug that tight. Go ahead and trim that thread. And put a little bit of head cement on there. Now I'm not going to really skimp on the head cement on this. I'm going to put it right on all of that dubbing on the top. I don't know if I got any on there. I'm going to get a better amount. Get it close so that way you're reinforcing the wing buds and also securing your thread. Let that sink in. And here we have a budding SOS. Hope that you learned something from this video. Hope that you would subscribe to my channel. Please refer me to your friends. Leave comments, questions, suggestions. Please visit my sponsors. And most of all, I thank you very much for watching my videos.